Hello, hello, hello. It is Dolly. Welcome back to my channel, Scrapping on the Go. I know you were like, where did she go? We never thought she would come back. But anyway, I am back and I am just going to give you a little synopsis why I stopped in 2024 and then moving forward, what's going to happen for 2025. So, the end of 2023, let's start with that. If you've been watching my YouTube channel, you know that several years ago, my husband and I bought property up in the mountains, and this was going to be our area that we were going to retire. Well, the end of August, my husband had an opportunity to take a position in the area where we were going to retire. He accepted it, and in 2 weeks, they had him start. So of course I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And so I'm slowly starting to pack things up and I am trying to see if I can get a transfer um, and work in the same area. And believe it or not, within 4 weeks, I was up here working full time. So of course that left us going home to our home. That's a 2 hour drive that we had, packing up, showcasing it to put it on the market to sell, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so that took us the remainder from September till the end of December to get all that accomplished and then get settled into a tiny living situation. So I've been living in, or my family, we have been living in about 325, 350 square feet, if that much. It's 40 by, I think, 14. So anyhow, we've got ourselves all adjusted, and I was still doing some of my YouTube videos. And then in January, I lost my uncle, who I am actually named after my aunt and my grandmother. And so I had lost my aunt, probably, it's been now 8 years, but then it would be 7. Yeah. Um, and so that was her husband, and he passed. Then in February, my Aunt Pearl, which is the oldest daughter on my mother's side, and my mother has been passed about 15 years now. So anyhow, then on the weekend of, or right after the weekend of Valentine's Day, I broke my right collar. So I am right-handed. And so that created a lot of complications for me and trying to stay up with the videos. I was in a sling and healing and all that. And so I kind of stepped away. And I think at that point, I didn't say anything because I thought I was going to be back in action. And then the next thing that happened, I think it was in end of April, I lost my brother-in-law, and that would be my sister's husband. And then in June, I lost one of my closest cousins. And that was really devastating. Just the sweetest lady, that whole family, which is my Aunt Pearl that passed in April, was her children, and she had 7. So I'm like, okay, we're going to get through this. And then we made a decision on, we sold our home. That was good news, the middle of April. And then that allowed us to move forward with what we were going to do for a home up here in the mountains. And so we made that decision. We had some land clearing to do and bringing in fill of dirt and yada, yada, yada. And we finally get done in the summer. So then the end of September came. And we live in the area that was one of a few counties in North Carolina that was hit very hard with Hurricane Helena. Wow. Top of that, the job that I do, one of the requirements of my job when there is a disaster in our county area or surrounding counties, we have to volunteer because we are certified for disaster through the federal government. So, and we have to keep up our normal job. So October and November was a complete blurb. And thank you to my sister-in-law and a couple of very close friends that helped us out because we had no power, no water, and it doesn't matter what we're going through. We're out there helping the community. And so anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for all those prayers of even people that we didn't know. We got through it, but boy, it was just a blur. I just don't know. I got through it, but I got through it. And I did it with a clear mind. But anyway, let's move on. So now things are calming down. Our house is in the progress, and maybe by the end of January, maybe no later than the middle of February, we'll be starting to move into our new home. All right. So in the meantime, I'm thinking, okay, I have this area which you can see behind me. And as I just mentioned earlier, we were living tiny, and because we're on our property, my husband built an outbuilding here, and it's not a shed, it is a pantry room. And here I'll put my hands down again. I apologize. And one side has a pantry area. Then I have an upright freezer, a little chest freezer, and a little refrigerator, like a little college dorm refrigerator. And then where I am right here, as part of my desk area, is my scrapping area. This is where I'm going to be scrapbooking, and this is probably where I'll be scrapbooking even when we get in the new house for a few months until I figure out a corner spot in the house that I will set up. And then underneath my desk, I have those rolly carts. I have 2 of them with products, and that's perfect. It's perfectly enough space for me, and I have like a little metal pegboard that holds, sorry that I'm looking over at it to remind me what's on there. It holds my cutting board, my foam tape, my double-sided tape, scissors, and where I can hold my coffee cup or drink, and my little Canon printer. And that's what's on my little pegboard. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Now moving forward for 2025. My whole intentions was to come back in March of 2025. It was originally for January, but then when Hurricane Alina came, there was no way that was going to happen. And I happened to be home today on Friday. This will go up on Saturday sometime on my YouTube channel, but we had a snow day. We have been dealing with snow and ice for 10 days, and now we have another front coming in that's going to dump more snow. The first snowfall was about an inch, 2 inches where we live, and then going towards town, it was maybe an inch, but then it thaws and then it freezes, and when we're dealing with ice. And the weather has been cold. We have not been at all above freezing, not even near it. Like our highs have been 22, and at night at 9. And with the wind chill factor, it's been with the wind, it's been about 1. But anyhow, we have another storm coming in, and so they closed the office down, and I came home, and in between that, Kathy from Mini Camp Monday, she texted me and said, "Are you ready to come back?" Because the last time I talked to her was right before Hurricane Helene. I'm like, "Oh, I'm just not ready. I'm sorry to leave you out in the limb because I feel really, really bad." And we'll talk about Mini Camp Monday here in just a minute. And then I said, "Okay, I can do it by February. I promise." So I got home and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, "Why not, Dolly? You can do this. You're not going to do anything this weekend. You can knock out some videos." And so I texted her back and said, "Yes, let's pick out a challenge. Let's get back to our normal routine, posting layouts every week, encouraging our subscribers. I will get videos out every week for Mini Camp Monday. Let's do it. Let's just all make 2025 a better year." Okay, I'm done with all the trials and tribulations of 2024. And for 2025, I just want to encourage you to get out your photographs, get out your scrappy supplies, document those memories in a fun, creative way. Know that Mini Kit Monday is back. I will be posting videos every Monday and some possibly in between here very soon. All right, I appreciate you all. Thanks for stopping by. And again, give a thumbs up. We'll see you next time. Bye.